Hey guys, welcome back. So let's continue by setting up our stopping state and continuing, well, closing off our cycle, our starter cycle into stop. So let's open our animation blueprint and let's head to the anim graph and let's open up the unarmed layer. Now in here we have a few things. Let's open up the unarmed start here first and let's change this duration to 0.3. I find that this value works best. Open up the unarmed cycle state and we're going to search for our unarmed cycle pose. And let's connect this right here. Now, let's head back and we're going to create a new state machine. This state is going to be called our stop state, so unarmed stop. And we're going to save a new cache pose. And we're going to call this unarmed stop pose. Awesome. You can, comment this if you like, keep things clean. Next, what we're going to do is open up the unarmed stop state. We're going to create a new state. And we're going to call this unarmed stop. And connect this to the entry. Next, we want to open up the unarmed stop state. Well, before we do that, actually, we can simply open up the unarmed start state. So, start, unarmed start, and we're going to copy all of this. So I'm going to hit copy, and I'm going to head back to my unarmed stop state here, and I'm going to paste. Great. Simply connect this to the output animation pose. And now we need to do a few things. So let's see. We are not going to be using sequence players since we are using distance matching for our stopping animations. So I'm going to delete the sequence players and the play rates. Next, we can head back to our anim graph here and open up our movement stop state. We can copy one of our sequence evaluators. If by any chance you deleted it, you can simply right click, search for sequence evaluator, and you can change the setting here on update and select our update stop anims function. The next thing we'll need to do is set should loop to false and teleport to explicit time to false. I believe that's it. Yeah. Oh yeah, so we need to set the explicit time to a dynamic value. And that's about it. Yeah. So we can also hide the explicit time by selecting the explicit time here and unchecking expose spin. And that is it. The next, if you want to have the animation as an input here, you can highlight your evaluator, select the binding, and select expose spin. Right. So now we can drag this evaluator here and connect it up. Duplicate this 3 more times. This is for the crouching. You can straighten all of these spins out, but I'm not going to. It's going to take too much time. Alright, so we're going to replace the animations in a bit. Let's simply insert the sequence evaluators for now. Great. So let's just connect everything up. Right, so now that you've done this, hit compile and save. All we need to do now is replace the animations. So I'm going to head to my animation section here, and I'm going to duplicate one of these. And I'm going to put it in a new category for unarmed stop. So we have jog animations. So let's rename this to jog stop animations. I'm going to duplicate it again. It's going to be walk stop animations. And duplicate it one more time, and this is going to be called crouch walk stop animations. And all you need to do is drag in your variables. So this is crouching, so I'm going to drag in our crouch walk stop variable over all of these to replace them, and that will be yaw. We're going to do the same for the jogging and the walking animations in the standing state, the standing pose. Right, so now all you need to do is hit compile and save. Oh, we need to connect this. Yeah. So let's head back, hit compile and save. Now back in our unarmed layer, let's open up the unarmed master state and create a few states and transitions. So let's change the blend logic on this one to be an initialization blend. We can leave the duration, let's give it a 0.25 duration. Next, let's create a new state. So let's right click, search for add state, and this is going to be our unarmed stop. And what we're going to do here is create a transition from start to stop and one from stop to start. The one from stop to start will be the previously shared variable, shared rule, which will be should start, the same thing that we have here. Let's set the duration to 0.35 with an initialization blend. We're going to create another, we're going to open this one up actually, and we're going to get our should start variable, our should move. And we're going to check if should move is not true. And I don't think we need to promote it to a shared, but I'm simply going to do that in case we need it in the near future. Create one more transition from our unarmed stop to our idle state. First, let's see if we need to do anything here. It's default right now, so let's change the blend logic to an initialization blend. And we can leave the duration at 0.2. For this one, let's see what we can do here. Let's change it to 0.35 because we want this to be as smooth as possible. Back to idle and change it to an inertialization blend. Let's open it up, and we want to check if our velocity, so let's right click and search for get velocity. We're going to check if it's nearly 0 with a tolerance of 0.1. Compile and save. So we shouldn't have any errors or warnings. And all we need to do now is insert all of our stopping, all of our cached poses. So I'm going to right click and search for unarmed stop pose. Great. I believe that is it. And all we need to do now is insert our animations. So let's select class defaults. In the animation sections where we created the anims here, unarmed start, cycle, and stop. So we have our jog start. Let's insert all of these now. So start. So I'm going to do jog forward start, backward left and right. Let's do the same for our walking. And for our crouch walking. Now let's do our cycle. So I'm going to remove this start here, and I'm simply going to scroll around until I see them. I believe crouch walk. Since I'm already seeing this, I'm going to do this one first. So crouch walk forward, backward left and right. So yeah, we have the jogs. And now let's do the walk. Great, so what we need to do now is our stopping animations. So I'm going to search for stop. So let's start off with the jog stop. This is the walk stop here now. And our crouch walk stop. Great. Allow this to compile and save. And let's give it a test. So our random sequence player for idle is working. We don't have the feet sliding rotation issue. And now we can go into our start. Directly into cycle. It's clean. All directions. And our stopping is working just fine. And we can continue again. Great. So that's it for creating this part of this restructuring for the animation blueprint. In the next video, we will cover the crouching states or the crouching transitions. So that's it for this one, guys. See you in the next one.